Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will be continuing with our practical series of DADH. I hope you liked our previous video on this series. If you haven't watched the previous video, I will mention the links in the description box. Do check that. So let's begin with this video. In this I will teach you how to identify caste and what should you write in practical exam for presentation of a caste. So let's begin. For caste identification, the first point which you will write is the given specimen is a dental caste. What is a dental caste? It is a positive replica of teeth and alveolar process. You will mention this whole point as the first point in your practical exam. The second point will be of arch identification, whether it is a maxillary caste or it is a mandibular caste. You will write that it is a maxillary caste, for example. And how you will identify that it is a maxillary caste? If there is presence of rugae in the caste, then it will be maxillary caste. And if there is presence of tongue space or alveolingual sulcus, then it will be a mandibular caste. Then the third point will be type of dentition, whether it is a deciduous dentition, a mixed dentition or a permanent dentition. Then the fourth point will be what are the teeth present. You will draw this and write the number of teeth which are present in that particular caste. If it is maxillary, then you will write in upper quadrants, and if it is mandibular, you will write in lower quadrants. Don't make mistake over here. Then there is fifth point, that is last tooth to erupt. What was the last tooth to erupt? For example, it was upper right third molar. Then I will write here 8 like this. Then the sixth point will be estimated age of that particular caste. For example, in this it will be 18 years or above. Further, I will discuss what age you need to write for particular number of last tooth to erupt. So watch the video completely. Then the seventh point will be anomalies if present. This point you need to write only if anomalies is present in particular tooth. Example, if it is a broken tooth, there is tori present, or there is atresion in the tooth, or there is a missing tooth. So these are the 7 points you need to mention in the presentation. First point, given specimen is a dental caste. Second point, arch identification, maxillary or mandibular. Third point, type of dentition, deciduous, mixed, permanent. Then teeth present, you need to draw this and write the number of teeth present. Then last tooth to erupt, that particular number of tooth. Then estimation of age, 18 years or above, and anomalies if present. You can take a screenshot of this. These are the presentation points. Now let's see how to estimate the age. For estimation of age, if it is a completely dentulous caste, that is only deciduous or the primary teeth are present, you will write 5 to 6 years of age. Then on basis of last maxillary tooth to erupt, this will be your age estimation. If the last maxillary tooth to erupt is maxillary first molar, then the estimated age will be 6 to 7 years. If it is central incisor, it will be 7 to 8 years. If it is lateral incisors, it will be 8 to 9 years. If it is first premolar, it will be 10 to 11 years. If it is second premolar, it will be 11 to 12 years. If the last tooth to erupt is canine, it will be 11 to 13 years. If it is second molar, then it will be 12 to 13 years. If it is third molar, it will be 18 years of above. You can take a screenshot of this and remember this age is based on the last tooth to erupt for maxillary teeth. Same for mandibular teeth is if it is mandibular first molar, it will be 6 to 7 years. If it is central incisor, then 6 to 7 years. Lateral incisor, 7 to 8 years. Canine, 9 to 10 years. First premolar, 10 to 11 years. Second premolar, 11 to 12 years. Second molar, 12 to 13 years. Third molar, 18 years and above. You can take a screenshot of this too. Now let us solve some examples based on this. So this is the first example. While identifying the cast, my tip is first you need to count the number of teeth in each quadrant. For example, over here it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So total 5 teeth are present. If there are 5 teeth on each side, then it is completely deciduous cast. And if there are 8 teeth present on each quadrant, then it will be completely permanent cast. You need to remember this. 7 or plus teeth are present, then it is completely permanent cast. And if there are only 5 teeth present in each quadrant, then it is completely deciduous cast. This will help you to identify cast easily. So in this cast there are rugae present. So we can say that it is a maxillary cast. And as there are only 5 teeth present in each quadrant, we can say that it is completely deciduous cast. So let's see what we can write. The first point will remain the same in each cast identification. Second point, arch identification, it is a maxillary cast. Third point, type of dentition, it is a deciduous dentition. Fourth point, teeth present. Remember, for primary teeth we write the alphabets and not the numbers. So it will be A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, as all teeth are present in both the quadrants. If there is particular teeth missing in one quadrant, for example, this maxillary central incisor is missing, so I will put a dash over here instead of writing A. Then we will see the last tooth to erupt is E on both the sides, and estimated age is 5 to 6 years. As there are no anomalies in this cast, we won't consider the 7th point. So this will be the answer for this particular cast. Moving on to the next example. As I told you, first you need to count the number of teeth in each quadrant. So this will be the midline, and teeth in each quadrant are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. As there are 7 teeth present, it is completely a permanent cast. As you can see over here, I have tried to show that the cusp tips are only present and the tooth is erupting, still erupting. So in that case, what you need to write in the teeth identification, I will show you that. And these are the mandibular torices which are present. So these are the anomalies which are present in the cast. And this is alveolingual sulcus, and this is the tongue space. So this is a mandibular cast, a completely permanent cast, and anomalies are also present in this cast. So let's see how we will write for this cast. The first points remain the same. The given specimen is a dental cast, positive replica of teeth and alveolar process. Arch identification, it is a mandibular cast. Type of dentition, it will be permanent dentition, as 7 teeth are present on each quadrant. Then teeth present will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side, and over here this 7th teeth, that is the second molar, is still erupting. So we will show this sign. For the teeth which is still erupting, we will show this sign. And if it is a maxillary teeth which is still erupting, we will show sign like this. As it is an upper quadrant and teeth is erupting from the upper side. So this sign will become for maxillary and this sign will come for mandibular teeth. Over here also, last tooth to erupt is 7. And the estimated age will be 17 to 18 years. An anomaly is present in this cast, that is mandibular tori is present, which is bilaterally present, and it is near the second premolar. So I have mentioned that it is near the second premolars on both the sides and it is bilateral present. So this will be answer for this particular cast. Moving on to the next and the last example. First, we will count the number of teeth which are present in each quadrant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teeth are present. That is, it can be a permanent cast also, or it can be a mixed dentition also. So let's see what it is. The 6th teeth will be definitely permanent teeth, The 1 and 2 are also permanent teeth, because if you can see, this mesiodistal width is too much, and if it is too small like this, then it could be primary, but this is too wide. The mesiodistal dimension is proper for permanent teeth. Same over here, this is proper as a permanent teeth. In some caste, mamelons will be present, then that is definitely a permanent teeth, because mamelons are always present on newly erupted permanent teeth. Over here I can say, because of the width of this, that is mesiodistal width of dimension of this teeth, that this 4 are permanent teeth. Also these 2 teeth are also permanent, because the 4th teeth in the deciduous arch is first molar, which is not 2 cusps. So this is permanent teeth for sure, and this is also permanent teeth because the tip of the canine is pointed. If the tip of canine is blunt, then you can say that it is a deciduous teeth. And the 5th teeth on both sides of the arch is a deciduous teeth. As we can show, the anatomy is of molar, and 5th teeth in permanent dentition should be a premolar. So this is definitely a deciduous teeth. So what is our conclusion? That it is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. This will be E, because this is deciduous teeth, and this will be 6. So on both sides this will be our teeth present. It is a maxillary cast, as there are rugae present in this cast, and it is mixed dentition, as both deciduous and permanent teeth are present. So let's see how we will write this. The given specimen is a dental cast, positive replica of teeth and alveolar process. The arch identification will be that it is a maxillary cast. Type of dentition, it is a mixed dentition, and the teeth present are 1, 2, 3, 4, E6 on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, E6. The last tooth to erupt is 3 on both the sides, and the estimated age will be 11 to 13 years. There are no anomalies present. So this will be the identification of this particular cast. If in this particular cast also, if this particular tooth will be absent, there will be a space over here, then you need to write a dash over here, or any other tooth. And on anomalies part, you can write that a particular tooth is missing in the left quadrant of the given specimen. So this is how you will write the answer for this.